Hey guys, my name is John and this is my 2016 Volkswagen GTI 2-door S for sale on Craigslist and OfferUp. I bought this car with 33,000 miles about on it. Right now there's about 40,000 miles. I've had it since April of 2019 and it's been a great car. The reason why I'm selling this, I think that's the most common question asked, is my wife and I just had a baby. And this being a 2-door manual 6-speed, my wife doesn't drive a stick. And the car seat is very difficult to get in. It's not impossible, but it is difficult. That's the reason why I'm selling it. And what I'll do is I'll jump in between videos here, editing, I guess, if you will, and just explain a little bit more about the car. Okay, so as far as powertrain goes, this does have the 2-liter TSI engine. It produces about 210 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque down at 1500 RPM, which is super low. This car is very, very responsive. All GTIs of this engine are. It's a fantastic engine. When I did purchase the car, it came with an AFE power cold air intake. This thing costs about $400. It is the only modification on this car. I'm very adamant of having a car that was unmodded, and so I was okay with that because that's actually something I would have done myself. Whether it adds more power is up for debate, but it is certainly nice to have. As far as maintenance goes on this car, all the cabin filter, cabin filter, oil, spark plugs, are all up to date, everything. I did the spark plugs myself. By trade, I'm a mechanical engineer, so I've been working on my car since I was like 16 years old, since I had a 1987 Ford Ranger. As far as the transmission goes, once again, this is not an automatic DSG. This does have the 6-speed manual, and it is front-wheel drive. It is not an all-wheel drive R, although those are fun too as well. For those of you who might know, this is the last year of the 2-door, the 2016. This car was actually purchased in 2015 as a 2016 model. It still does have a powertrain warranty up until November of this year. Powertrain, once again, only covers lubricated parts. It is not bumper to bumper. On the outside of the car, this also has the headlight, actually it's called the lighting package. Has the coolest LED daytime running lights and projector. I think they're projector or LED, I can't remember, you'll have to Google, but they are steering adaptive. So when you turn to the left, they rotate to the left. When you turn to the right, they rotate to the right. And when you turn on your signal, at the lower portion of the headlight assembly, this guy shoots out it turns on a lamp, and it illuminates everything off to the left of the car, even though the headlights are not steering yet with the steering wheel. So it's pretty cool. Along with the headlight package, you get all these LED lights on the inside of the car, which is kind of cool too as well. As far as the tires go, I bought these tires at about 33,500 miles. These are top-of-the-line Michelin Pilot Sport AS3 Plus. Now, once again, this car only has 40,000 miles on it, so these tires only have 7,000 miles on them. They are literally brand new, and I've had these rotated at every oil change. Just almost absolutely nowhere that I can see. So these are not 4-piston brakes. These are just color red calipers that Volkswagen did on these cars. The tires do have nitrogen in the tires. That's what Costco does when they install tires. So I'll go around and show you all the different rims. So you can see it does have dual exhaust, which is kind of cool. LED taillights, LED turn lights. There's another. Okay. And then you can also kind of see the condition of the car too on the outside. It's not perfect. I mean, it's really nice. It's not perfect though. It is 40,000 miles on this vehicle, so it's not going to be spotless. A couple of dings that I will point out, just to be completely honest, so I'm not wasting your time or mine, There's a ding right there. There's only 2 on this car that I'm aware of that are notable. This ding right here, and then this is really the only big one that's on this car. That's it, and that's on the passenger door. That was not by me. That was by the previous owner. And then of course this car does not have the sunroof on it, which I didn't really care about. I hardly ever use them in my wife's Subaru Forester. Let's see, and I'll tell you what, let's take a break and let me see what else I can think about to tell you guys about this car. Okay, back again after I had to do a little bit of thinking here. A couple other things that I forgot to mention are some rock chips. You know, that's normal wear and tear on these cars too, pretty much any car. There are 2 rock chips. There's one there and there's one there, and those came with the car. Those have not split across, and I don't think those are. My wife's car actually has 4 rock chips on her Subaru Forester, and not a single one of those is actually split across. And then there's the roof once more on the side of the car. Okay, now let's go on the inside. So it does have power mirrors, and of course it's the beautiful 2-door. Man, these cars look great in a 2-door variant. It is, I believe this is the same length as a 4-door. I don't think this was a shortened wheelbase just for the 2-door. Reason why they stopped building the 2-door is it wasn't favorable for people who were looking at these cars. Most of the cars that sold were 4-doors, and that's part of the reason why they killed this off. So we'll take a look at one of the door panels. So there's the door panel. You know, it's got the lock controls and power mirrors, heated mirrors too as well. You have to push the button. As you can see, there's a little heat mark right there. And then it does have the push. I believe the passenger seat, if you push it down, it goes down automatically too. I think it locks into place, and so you don't have to sit there and hold it. Yeah, I know we're in COVID-19 right now, so I got my mask and my hand sanitizer. Can't be too careful, right? And then of course, my absolute favorite part of this car is the plaid seats, the Interlagos, I believe I pronounced that right, seats. These things are awesome. I've had a lot of different hatchbacks, and this by far is just the coolest interior out of all the hatchbacks that I've owned. So the steering wheel does have a flat bottom. It's super slick too as well. It does have all the typical controls for the steering wheel. It's got the cruise control, sound, you can control your stereo. It's got Bluetooth, of course. And then of course it's got a screen in the center that tells you digitally your speed. You can set high speed limit warning for yourself. So if you're on the highway on I-90 or I-5, you can set it to like, I don't know, like 75. If you go above 75, it'll warn you. I think a lot of cars have that these days. And of course it's got the control for all the headlights. So the headlights, when you turn on the car for the first time, it does a little bit of a dance. The headlights go up and then it goes down, then it goes side to side. It's actually pretty cool. Along with the GTI, you do get these, you see these silver trim pieces along the door length. Those light up red at night, and also the trim piece, I believe down there, also lights up red. And just kind of a cool little touch with these cars, kind of cool at night. Once again, this is a 40,000 mile vehicle, 40,028 miles. Car isn't on right now, but we'll turn it on here in a moment. This is the first year of Apple CarPlay. This was a requirement for me. So you're only going to find a 2-door with Apple CarPlay on a 2016 model. Now, Apple CarPlay, you guys can go on YouTube and learn a little bit about it. I'm not here to tell you about how that works, but you do not need GPS with this. We, in fact, on our vehicle, we have Apple CarPlay, and we never use the GPS that's integrated. It's a piece of crap. These phones are just so great these days with the Google Maps and Waze. It does have climate control, AC, heated seats, 3 levels. It's got a rear defroster. It's pretty standard. Yeah, that's about it there. And of course, it's got the See if I can get a good view of this. It's got the 6-speed transmission, and this is proper, man. I'll tell you what, this is a proper 6-speed gearbox. I love rolling the gears in this thing. Let's see, and then of course it's got a mode for sport mode, custom mode, and normal mode, and then you also have the traction control system that you can turn off too as well. It does have the traditional cable e-brake, no electronic e-brake. And then down below, as far as the pedals go, it's got the stainless steel, cool looking gas, the brake and the clutch, and then the dead pedal. Pretty cool. And then I did clean the mats. Doesn't really show it all that well in the video, but they look pretty good. Everything in this car is clean. No rips, nothing was smoked in, no pets, no food, nothing. I mean, the interior, I would probably say, is about probably a 9.5 out of 10 in this car. And then as far as the back seats go, we got a little latch up here. All you have to do is pull that, and then it slides back. And then once again, you can see the predicament I had, which was trying to get a car seat in there. I mean, it works. It's just not fun. It's not fun. Back seats, nobody has ever used these back seats. They're just immaculate. Nothing back there. It does have vents back there, so if you do have passengers back there, they're going to get that cool air or warm air, whatever it is. Does have cup holders back here, and then the seat belts, and of course it's got the Interlagos interior in the back seat too as well. Okay, now let's go over to the passenger side. Okay, here we go. Here's the passenger side. Same thing. Same door panel. The other side. Seats, once again, Interlagos. They look great. I know, yes, I keep talking about the seats, but they're cool. And of course, they're bucket seats. They really grab you around the corners. Now, I'm not. I live only about probably about 5 miles away from work down the road, and so that's part of the reason why this car is a low mileage since I've had it. And I really don't go that far, and I don't drive this car hard at all. Really, this is mainly highway mileage, the big bulk of it, and trips to Spokane on I-90, but it's still a blast. This thing has a lot of low-end torque, so it's a ton of fun to drive. Okay, and then of course it's got the glove box. I've got all the receipts, by the way. Since I've owned this, I also have the Carfax, I think, or the other version of the Carfax for this vehicle. When I bought it, I can provide that too as well. All right, so let's get in and fire this thing up. Okay, so it is August 14th, as you can see on the cluster. So this is a pretty recent video. It is getting warm out there. Apologize for the vibrations. I don't have one of those cool gimbals like some of these other professionals like Mike DeMuro or all these other YouTube reviewers, but I'm also not reviewing this car. Okay, so it does have a standard key fob. I've got 2 of these. One of them is brand new because when I bought the car, it only came with 1. So there you go. Needles do a little bit of a dance. And there's the dash. Okay, and here's I think the last 11 minutes I was averaging, let's see, I guess 21 miles a gallon. Now this, I think EPA rating on this car is 23 or 25 in the city and 34 on the highway. And driving to Spokane, I've been able to get like 36, 37, but that's also with like a tailwind and just perfect conditions. And I mean, this car does get what they say it does. It's awesome. Okay, so I will plug in actually I can't do that, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. This does have Apple CarPlay. I think I can actually show you by going to, no, not media, menu, App Connect. I believe that's Apple CarPlay. I can't do it because I got my phone. Just Google it and you'll see what it's capable of. It's pretty cool. AC blows super cold. AC's on right now. It feels really great. Yeah. Let's see. I'm running out of things to tell you guys. I'm using my fancy fisheye camera, my iPhone 11. Pretty snappy. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you guys other than this car. I do have a loan out on this. It's with USAA. Depending on how comfortable you guys are, I may just we can go to the bank and do a notary, a bill of sale with a notary stamp on it. And then I think how it works is you pay the bank, and then the bank pays USAA, and then I think they send me the title. I don't know why they send the owner of the title, but then what I would do is, I think that's how that works, or they send you the title and I need to sign it. I'm going to need to do some research on that, but I've read online that it's not that hard. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it, guys, except for the top. Once again, there's those LEDs I was telling you guys about with the light package. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling and all over the place, but I think you guys have a feel of what this car looks like, and sounds great too. Anyways, feel free to shoot me an email. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll reply. I'll also provide my telephone number if you guys are serious. And don't ask me if the car is available. If the ad's up, the car is still available. Anyways, hope to hear from you guys soon, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.